Well, we've talked about it for months and even more than a year now. The North Coast Master Plan giving new life to the shoreline. But now we have a better look at just what could be coming to Cleveland and when. 19 Data journalist Jeff Slauson joins us with more after looking over these new documents, Jeff.
A lot of the issue has been how in the world is this going to be funded, right? The state wasn't necessarily offering up a ton, Cuyahoga County not necessarily getting it. Now we know that a large chunk of that coming from the federal government. In fact, we also know that by 2027, that's when we could see the boots in the ground, a major development and what will be a major project across the city of Cleveland. Now, you've heard a lot about it here, but I want to break into some of the specifics, learning today about what those changes potentially are. These are some new renderings that were released to us courtesy of the city of Cleveland. Now, what you're going to see here with this as a whole shows the expanse of it, right? This is the stadium, which by the time that the construction actually begins, may not be actually active. You can also see many different areas starting to see some of the construction. That's the update going to be happening to the Rock Hall here. But the idea is to be able to more easily connect the city itself to the shoreline. So how exactly do you do that? Well, a couple of things here. Going to zoom in and show you. First off, you're going to notice this is the Main Avenue Bridge. That looks vastly different. That is essentially going to be demoed, rebuilt, so pedestrians, bikers are a little bit safer on that. If you go a little bit more toward the water here, you're going to notice more green space, more of a park-like atmosphere behind the stadium, where right now it's basically just parking lots. It kind of looks like it's in disarray. This will make it more welcoming to people and availability to maybe expand on that as well. So $60 million total coming from the Department of Transportation in the form of a grant. That grant will then lead to phase one. Like I mentioned, that Main Avenue Bridge, that'll be demoed. West 3rd, a bridge expansion there. That's going to be a massive role to play into this 2027 groundbreaking. And then ultimately, as I mentioned, some of these grand changes. The last thing I want to show here is the full change in itself. So first, this is a different angle at that land bridge is what they're talking about here from the Main Avenue Bridge. You're going to see that is drastically different than what we have right now. Right now, it is basically majority cars with the availability to walk on the sidewalk. That's going to flip. Now you're going to see just for people to walk on, meaning that is going to be way more access for pedestrians. And then for cars, that's where the West 3rd Bridge expansion is going to be nice. Expanding that into 4 lanes, but also including a lane for bikes and for people to walk as well. Now, for those that are saying, hey, this seems like a very big project here, this is actually just phase one of what is going to be multiple areas of this that are going to see changes, trying to make sure that different parts of the city are way more easily accessed via walking.
Now you're